What's good, YouTube? Today we are reacting to The Art of Silence, made by Verbal. This is probably like talking about based on the grind and shit. Cause yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I be doing it like with my YouTube video shit. I be grinding in silence, and then when I get big, that's what everybody's gonna find out. But you finna see what this about though.
I want to say that we don't want to see no inspirational ass quotes, no none of that.
Yeah, I did kind of cheat a little bit. I watched a little bit of the video, so that's why I said that. I'm gonna be honest.
Just do it. Lock in. Do that shit. Don't tell nobody your plans. Pop out silently. Like grind silently. Just actions all year. Actions all year, bro. Action.
Sometimes being silent is the loudest thing you can ever say. Imagine in a breakup. You break up with somebody, you're with the love of your life, and they don't say anything for 6 days after spending every day together for 2 years. How loud is that? Sometimes not moving is the move. Sometimes you have to pause and wait, and that takes more energy than moving. Sometimes not saying anything and biting your tongue takes more energy than running 10 marathons.
I'll never regret my silence. Some people you can't talk to. Once I feel the energy, I give everyone a chance. But once you come at me left, then my perception of you has changed for life. Because you didn't have to do what you did me. And you know I'm 100. But you...
He's not wrong. Like, once that shit happens, like, that shit is like that for life. Like, this is why we be saying, like, treat everybody nice. Because you don't know what they could become for real. Don't just act mean to random people. That could literally be the next #1 streamer, #1 YouTuber. You never know.
You did that. For whatever reasons that you did that for, that's on you and your karma and whatever.
The art of shutting the f up. The art of silence is something that anybody who wants to be successful needs to express constantly. In a world where everybody is constantly devaluing and exposing themselves with words, the greatest thing you can do for yourself is to shut the f up. A situation that is an eerie reminder for me to always choose silence in times of distress and think rather than just respond is the Gunna and Thug situation. What do I mean by that? Well, let me explain the art of silence. The day was May 9th, 2022. News broke out that Young Thug and his crew was arrested for several gang-related charges.
This is video from court of Young Thug in a blue jumpsuit. The rapper and 28 other defendants charged in a 56-count indictment alleging street gang activity, including robbery and murder.
It was found out that Young Thug and his entourage / street gang YSL, also known as Young Stoner Life, would be charged with a 56-long page of indictments that would try them as a RICO, which just means instead of charging one specific person each for every single crime, they rather charge everybody as a group with hopes of them snitching on each other to get lighter sentences, or instead be...
They kept silent. Then that's literally all you gotta do when you're in that situation. Just keep silent. Just don't snitch on it. Literally, just don't talk. Like, don't be a snitch. Come on. Like, just be silent.
Become accomplice.
That shit could really get you places for real. Like, nigga, I know there's a lot of famous people you know out there. Yeah, they probably assume they got girlfriends, but you don't know where their girlfriend is. Or know why? Because they keep it silent about it. I mean, I really don't care. I'm gonna be the same way. If I ever get a girlfriend, I'm gonna be silent about it. There may be a video of me walking with a girl public cause like, I said that wrong. There may be a video of me in the future walking with a girl in the public while I'm famous. But I won't ever say nothing about it though. Cause if I say something about it, it's gonna bring attention to it. I mean, I'm not the type that's gonna be like, oh, hide your face whenever you know we're in public together. Shit, it's just gonna happen when it happens.
To each other's crimes. And it was 2 days after these arrests that rapper Gunna will also turn himself in, as he was being charged with one conspiracy crime. The months leading after these arrests, rappers would come out online saying things like free Thug, free Slime.
Free Larry, free Young Thug, free Big Slime out the cage. Had the barrel, man, free my bro Jeffro. I'm screaming free Jeffy, can collect calls right off of this celly.
Screaming free Thug, I'm screaming free Slime. Slime sitting in the cell, I bet he coming home like Pop.
I can't sleep at night with Thug at Cobb County Corrections.
Free Slime, he doing time because they done him wrong.
Free Slime, free one of the old YSL, free dude. Chillin' free Young Thug, that indictment should be.
This was also around that time where that phone call got leaked of Devin Haney's wife / baby mama coming to see Thug in prison and exclaiming that she wants him over Devin Haney.
I don't like anyone. No one's like you. I don't like them. I want you.
But for some reason,
That shit was recorded too. She ain't she was the one that let that shit out.
whether it was due to prosecutors trying to apply pressure to Thug and make him as uncomfortable as possible, or if it was just they were gathering more evidence through interviews and arrests, the YSL case wouldn't start until a whole year and a half later on November of 2023. And the case somewhat seemed kind of vague and stalled out when it was given to the public. We saw clips of Thug in court seeming unbothered, and others where the judge seemed just as confused as us. The whole hip-hop community would silently wonder what would be the fate of Young Thug and YSL. But then, in December 2022, news would release saying that rapper Gunna would be taking a Alford plea deal, which essentially just means he can plead guilty while maintaining his innocence. I know, right? Kinda dumb. But soon after, a video would be released that was shot in court of Gunna saying that YSL was a street gang and he did see them commit crimes.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey
So is this a Gunna snitch stuff people were talking about?
Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered.
I don't know.
These items did
I
not
don't know.
belong to you.
Nor do I really pay attention.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
First letter I had to skip. Gotta add that out.
Gunna was shortly released after this, and a month later would come out with a tweet saying free Thug and that he was officially back. But during this whole time, tweets, videos, and songs surfaced all across the internet calling Gunna a rat.
Heard your new joint is embarrassing. You talk to the cops on some therapy.
Like, well, I don't know, what was his ass thinking? Like, like, yeah, you just snitch on his ass, and now you finna say free Thug and shit. Like, I don't know what's happening, but if that's the case, his ass, yeah, he tweaking. I'm not gonna lie.
How you go from co-defendant to a f***ing witness? You ain't never say nothing about it, nigga. You know you a rat.
Some of these niggas out here, they be rats.
What happened to Virgil? You probably gonna tell.
I'm gonna be Rat Williams. He gonna be Donatello. We the new Ninja Turtles. We the new Crime Stopper, neighborhood watch Ninja Turtle group that roam the neighborhood. We show up in court. We point people out in lineups.
Gonna want it, man. You can't be in the city doing all that ratting and shit. Rat ass.
And see, you would think that in a position that Gunna was in, where he's a rapper who quote unquote snitched, which is easily a top 3 killer of a rap career, would rest to clear his name, would go on Twitter in various interviews expressing his innocence.
Wait, yeah, off topic. Like, when was the last time anyone talked about 6ix9ine? Like, what the fuck? That was a good ass example. Like, I ain't heard that nigga in like a long time. Like, when it came to rapping and shit, I ain't heard of his ass in a long time. Someone in the comments probably gonna be like, well, who the fuck is you? So you gonna know who I am in the future.
And reasoning for his actions. But no, Gunna fell silent, not doing interviews, not dropping tweets, and would give the public nothing to even grasp at. Young Thug will also be silent this whole time as well, giving off a more mafia boss aura to his name. Months would go by and everybody just continued to wonder, where was Gunna? Why wasn't he talking? Was he gonna release music anymore? And on June 16th, 2023, Gunna dropped his first album since his release from jail titled A Gift and a Curse.
Gunna's A Gift and a Curse is on pace to sell 78K first week. Now, knowing that this man did this without a feature, being blackballed by the industry, I consider this a W for Gunna.
It sold 85,000 first week, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard, with the most notable song being F You Mean.
Young Gunna one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb.
Not only this, but the promotional for the album and the singles released along the album, Gunna would finally show us his new appearance, where he looked more lean, he was working out, and it appeared he was living a lot more healthier lifestyle.
So my workout journey started after my release. Was working out in jail a little bit, but like when I got out, I started doing runs, like 3-mile runs, trails in the back of my house. As I started kind of like getting in the groove of that, I went and got with my trainer, and then we've probably been at it about a year, 3 months, 4 months now.
And while there were still some fans who were saying that he was a rat and that he shouldn't be rapping anymore, the masses actually loved this album, having them in rotation on the radio and playing them alongside viral TikToks.
What's up, y'all? So tonight I made a big juicy bacon cheese.
Fuck you mean? Let's do it.
Still though, when he released his album, everybody wondered, what did Thug think about this? I mean, Gunna was still technically signed to YSL, the label, which Young Thug started, and a week later, everybody finally got an answer of what Young Thug thought of, sort of, kinda. Because Young Thug dropped his album behind bars titled Business is Business.
Hey, you went flying business spur. Hey, you went driving around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel.
And while I personally didn't listen to this because it looked like hot garbage, it still ended up debuting at number 2 on the Billboard, selling 89,000 first week, 4,000 more than Gunna. But to be honest, even though it sold more, I think the public liked Gunna's album more, and it was just overall more polished. The YSL case, however, though, would still continue with its ups and downs of gang members taking plea deals, judges being replaced, and clips being memed. But as time went on, being replaced and clips being memed.
I don't blame him. I ain't gonna lie. If I was in that room, I'd be laughing. Like, I shouldn't be laughing at that situation, but I'd probably be laughing.
But as time went on, more and more YSL members would continue to take plea deals to get lighter sentence or outright get out. So many took deals that it was only one guy left, which was Young Thug. And after talking to his lawyers and his team, seeing that there was no getting out of this, on October 31st, 2024, Thug would take a plea deal in which he would be released while maintaining a 15-year parole sentence.
I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, you know. Really, everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just like, you know, having so much time invested into this, you know. And I am a smart guy. I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart, you know. Hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a, you know, bar in the future or something.
The months following Thug's release, he will fall silent just like Gunna. But more and more as time went on, Thug would begin to start to tweet a lot more. And it was obvious that he was sending subliminals.
Y'all ain't peeped this earlier, you feel me? Thug said, Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy. You feel me? We've been waiting for Thug to say something. All this time you've been locked up. You feel me? But right or not, you feel me? I'm gonna still listen to Gunna.
Everybody thought this was odd, as this was Young Thug's probation conditions.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or gang members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is gang activity. But, yo, that always gonna talk about him and his doing his thing. They might consider that gang activity. He might be like, yo, me and my like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about a gang. So, you know.
So you can see how it's a little confusing, even slow, dare I say, to speak on anything revolving around the case, knowing his conditions. But still, nobody really thought too deep about any of this because everybody was just happy that Thug was back. All anybody wanted was to get that same feeling as if it was 2014 again. And they would soon get that feeling whenever Young Thug and Future in April of 2025 will release a song titled Money on Money. A song that was made within the constraints of his probation conditions that call back to an iconic 2010s moment with Future and Young Thug in a Maybach.
She got an AP, she is not mine. She belongs to the street.
Money on money, these millions you dig. I'm spending this shit on my bitch.
Teaching my kids.
Everybody over the age of 25 was going like really crazy, saying we were in a new golden age of hip hop and everything seemed cool. But as of recently, all that momentum that was built has just as quickly been destroyed. Cause almost in a karma-like fashion, recently a call was leaked of Young Thug not only saying that he was contemplating forgiving Gunna, but instead sheepishly followed whatever the public opinion was to stay relevant.
I ain't finna say nothing about you on the internet. I ain't finna let the world know I ain't fucking with you until just say so.
But you know,
that's what
like,
they supposed to did. Like,
but ain't nobody
niggas trying to go at him to get clout. I ain't saying they wrong. I ain't saying they wrong. I'm just saying,
yeah, they jumped the gun. But
supposed to have a conversation with you for they anything.
But it's also revealed that the same thing that Thug cut off and was completely slandering Gunna for, the quote-unquote snitching, he also did and then some.
We'll keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world. What you gonna do?
Shit, well, they both bad then. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. See how they both bad though.
Yes, you can.
Hey. I don't have your number. Well, give it to me. If you ain't giving it to her,
God does not like ugly, does he? So you can already see how hypocritical and slimy that seems from Thug. Yet somehow, as people always try to do, they try to justify Young Thug. And even though this was already bad, as I've explained earlier, we've already seen Gunna low-key be in this same position and make it out by being silent, not explaining himself, dropping quality music. So to make sure his career wasn't going to be in shambles, all Thug had to do was drop some music that everybody 30 plus still stuck in 2016 wanted to hear, and he would have been good. But no, unlike Gunna, who never explained himself or his actions, because bosses don't talk, they act, he starts going on Twitter rants, talking trash about other people, even going as far threatening to expose other rappers who are on the DL.
I've been waiting for someone to be honest about this, so let's talk about it. Young Thug said, since y'all want to call me a snitch, let's just air it all out then. We all be taking mad, wait, he said we all? Be taking mad blank in Atlanta. I'm talking all your fave rappers be taking it and they homeboys be giving it. Don't wear no skinnies around baby if you not with it.
Extremely zesty female-like behavior. All of his aura being a mafia boss who was silently making all these moves instantly disappeared. And to make matters more worse, I know you was thinking, how could it get worse? More phone calls would continue coming out of him dissing his so-called friends over not doing what he asked in jail.
You know, he ain't never just paid attention. Me and him ain't been tight in a minute. Yeah. And it's because he do little lame jump, like he called me to the studio, you know, so I pull up to the studio, messing, chilling with him. You asking me what to say on the song and how you should start off your song. Then there's girls in the room. Now you acting like you don't hear me telling you that, because there's girls in here like just like little fake nigga like that, like little stuff like that. I don't be liking that nigga. I'm a player. Like, what's wrong with you, fool? You trying to, I don't know what kind of image you trying to get off to these girls, but you're an idiot, nigga. Like, everything you know a nigga teaching you, I done taught you. Like, cut it out, bro. Like, when I talk to him about God, when I talk to him about certain things, he just don't know that he retarded to certain things. He don't know nothing but music.
Telling other people's business.
The people only buying your label because of Wham. They not buying your label because no motherfucking Migos. Them getting the red. Them ain't making no money on.
Even admitting to paying for streams to make sure his album did better than Gunna's.
And even if Uzi moves, we still have to.
That shit is crazy. Like, so he was in jail trying to make sure his album knew better than somebody else's. Like, nigga, you should be focused on trying to get out of jail. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, shit, how is he going to get out, though? I don't even know why I just said that. Like, how is he going to get out? Like, ain't no way he could get out.
To deal with Morgan Wallen, because he's doing 100,000 every week, no matter what.
You think we're going to beat the boy?
Yo, my man, I'm not going to sleep until we beat him. So whatever happens.
Yeah, let's try to beat that nigga. You still got that plug, right? That shit what we did with Gunna.
That shit crazy.
You still got that plug?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Tell you. All right, my boy.
Yeah.
And even calling rapper Glorilla ugly unprovoked.
I saw the girl, Gorilla. She.
Yeah.
Why do people say she pretty? That bitch ugly as fuck. Long ass bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn. Big ass head, big mouth. Man, watch out.
And every time a call.
Wait, this is while he was in jail? Yeah. Okay, I see what this video is about now. I see what this video is about. This shit makes sense. All this nigga ain't even have to say all this shit. And this shit got recorded. His ass, if he would have just stayed silent, he wouldn't be in this position.
Long ass bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn. Big ass head, Big mouth, man, watch out.
And every time a call gets released, Thug goes on a rant, overly explaining himself, essentially not standing on a single thing he said.
That should just kept quiet. He didn't even need to talk about all this. See, that's how niggas be getting themselves to the shit. They always be just over talking, saying some shit they don't even need to say. Like if you wasn't even need to say that shit, if you ain't need to say that, why is you saying it? Like you letting the whole world know something they didn't even need to hear.
Making him look like a weak coward. I mean, even an interview was released today where Thug gets on a podcast frantically trying to explain himself, talking extremely fast, trying to clear his innocence over this whole case, explaining his every move.
So that's what I'm saying, like the situations I was in shaped me in so many ways. It ain't shaped me one way. Because it was so many different situations, different scenarios to the point where it shaped me so many different ways. Like me not getting the proper
Hey, he was making his face, just happy as music playing in the background though.
entire family made me seek love from niggas and women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't.
Yeah, his ass gone. The interviewer, his ass. Like, nigga, if I'm the interviewer, I'm making that same expression too. Like, nigga, you saying you trying to seek love from niggas? Hey, I'm giving you that look. Like, I'm giving you that look right there.
I ain't never been a nigga to pillow talk. I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga. I've been, these last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what I was doing? I appreciate you saying that. I think I was just so fucked up and I just felt like it was just over. Like, I'm just sitting in jail 24 hours on 23 and 1. I'm in a cell 23 hours.
So as you can see, there's a stark contrast between Young Thug and Gunna. Gunna came out fit, silent, and let the art speak for itself. He quite literally leveled up and reached a new peak in not only his career, but in life. In a weird way, situations expose what you really are. And this whole YSL court situation just really showed him how strong and resilient he was. And yet on the opposite side of that, Thug came out looking like an expecting mother of 3, stuck in the past with his sound, and was even exposed for being a lot slimier and weaker than he made Gunna out to be. And it's all due to a simple reason: silence. See, either you let your actions, meaning your decisions, your art, and your work, speak for themselves, because that's ultimately what matters. Or if you are not confident in those things, you will try to overcompensate with words, trying to convince people that you are who you say you are instead of just being it. If you are rich, you shouldn't have to tell anybody.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I got a problem. I do be talking fast. Like, that's why I be messing up my words sometimes. Like, as y'all seen, like, earlier in the video and shit, like, I just need to learn to talk slower and shit. But yeah, I do be messing up my words and shit. But that situation right there though, yeah, I don't know about that.
That you're rich. They'll see it on you. And Gunna just let people see it. See, silence not only allows you to pay attention to who's projecting what.
What's even worse is that I'm really a quiet person and I speak fast too. So yeah, that shit
actually onto you, but it also protects you from incriminating yourself. Since Gunna was silent after his release, nobody could take Gunna's responses and twist them or call back onto them to say he was never what he said he was, unlike Thug, because he never addressed anything after getting released. He never explained his actions. He didn't feel a need to explain himself because he wasn't trying to get validation from nobody else. But on the other hand, Thug responded to everything and just made it where after all these things come out, it's easier to twist his intentions and words. The art of silence is one that everyone needs to exercise. The moments that will save, change, and transform your lives are not the ones where you convince or overshare, but rather where you assess, listen, then act. So heed my warning, because regardless of whichever side of silence you choose to be on, it will always be your choice.
You be silent on a lot of shit. You won't really have that much. Okay, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. If you like the video, like, subscribe, follow my stuff. Be on the road to 1K.